Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Real Time Football. I am Real Time. I'm going to be bringing my Premier League Game Week 4 predictions in this video. We have plenty of games to predict. Arsenal taking on Fulham this weekend. Not really many big games, but of course, it's just the standard game week, isn't it? Really, Game Week 4. We do have that midweek game week, which is going to be exciting. We'll have plenty of coverage for then. But for now, let's just focus on the coverage, and we'll start off with Southampton versus Manchester United. And as much as United beat Liverpool, it was a very painful, almost unfair defeat, really, and victory for Liverpool. Defeat for Liverpool and victory for United. Merited for the first half performance, but I think United will go back to their old ways, and genuinely, the side who went to Leicester's ground and beat them, Southampton, as the home side here, I think will beat Manchester United. Now, last season they pulled off a 1-1, I think 2-1 all draws, whatever it was, and they were really good Saints. This time, I think that they will beat them. I genuinely think Southampton can beat United. So I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Southampton. Brentford versus Everton. Now, Brentford did do the double on Everton last season. They had a 1-0 victory at the Community Stadium and also a 3-2 victory at Goodison. And Everton have not been in the greatest of form, have they? So I'm going to go for Brentford 3, Everton 1 in this one. And we'll move on to Brighton versus Leeds, two sides who have been in great form over the start of the Premier League season. Now, Leeds United currently stood third, and they have won 2 games. They beat Chelsea, and they also beat Wolves. On top of that, they've had a draw. And I think that in this game, well, Brighton, where can you fault them? They beat Manchester United 2-1. They beat West Ham. And again, they had a draw. And I think that there's no way really to separate these sides. And I've gone with a 1-1 draw at the Amex. Chelsea versus Leicester City. Chelsea, of course, defeated 3-0 by Leeds United, will not be that confident going into this. But Leicester have not won at all. Leicester, in fact, have only got 1 point. They're currently Wolves and West Ham, and I think that Leicester will struggle, and I think that Chelsea will bounce back and beat the Foxes 3-0 at home. Let's move on to Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Liverpool poor this season. They've only got 2 points. They drew to Fulham, and they also drew to Crystal Palace, and then they had an embarrassing defeat to Manchester United at Old Trafford, and unfortunately, again, I have to say they've just not been great at all, and yeah, Liverpool fans won't be confident. I'm not that confident about them. However, I am going to make the Liverpool fans happy, and I'm going to say 4-0 in this one. Now, Manchester City failed to score a goal against Crystal Palace last season. However, they had 2 big wins to start the season against West Ham and a nice, easy, comfortable 4-0 victory over the Cherries. But then they drew 3-3 away to Newcastle United, and that obviously would have annoyed some City fans a little bit, because you'd think that City had beat Newcastle. So yeah, that was quite a fun 3-3 draw. This one, even though they had a bad record against Palace last season, I think that Manchester City will find it very comfortable and grab a 3-0 victory over Vieira's men. Arsenal taking on Fulham, coming off the back of a 4-2 win over Leicester, a 2-0 win over Crystal Palace, and a 3-0 victory over AFC Bournemouth. That's 2 clean sheets, 100% of points, and we're top of the league at the moment. And I can't see anything other than a nice, easy victory with a couple of Jesus goals. I'm saying Arsenal 4, Fulham 0. And then we'll move on to Aston Villa versus West Ham. Now, Aston Villa, the relegationers, have only got 3 points, no draws, and 2 defeats. They only had 1 win, and that came against Everton at Villa Park, and it was kind of lucky. It was 2-1. However, in this one, I believe that the Hammers, who, by the way, have not even got a single point as of yet, have had 3 defeats straight, will get their first win of the season with a nice, comfortable 4-goal victory at Villa Park to help Aston Villa on their way to relegation. Wolves taking on Newcastle United at Molineux. Now, Wolverhampton Wanderers have been quite poor again. They've only had 1 point. That 1 point came in a draw against Fulham, 0-0. However, they lost 2-1 to Leeds, and also, after a really good performance at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, lost to Spurs by 1-0. Now, I think about this game, and I think Newcastle will cause Wolves some problems. I do. I think that it will be a tight game, but I think that Wolves can come through. I think that they have got the defence to do it, and I am going to go for a Wolves first win of the season to put them on 4 points. Wolves 1, Newcastle United 0. And finally, Nottingham Forest taking on Tottenham Hotspur at the City Ground. Now, Nottingham Forest were defeated 2-0 away to Newcastle United in their first Premier League game since 1999. But then they bounced back and they came to the City Ground and they beat the Hammers by 1-0, which I thought was a really promising victory for Forest. And then they nearly beat Everton. However, a late equaliser from Damari Gray, I think it was, or whoever, managed to stop them from getting the win. But again, great performance. Put a shift in. And they're not doing bad. They're sat in 10th. They've got 4 points. Only on a -1 goal difference. I don't think Forest are doing too bad. But when you look at Spurs, they've not done too bad themselves either. Now, Tottenham are on 7 points. They've got 2 wins. And those wins came against Wolves and Southampton. And then a controversial draw against Chelsea. They're on a 4-goal difference. And I think that Nottingham Forest will not be able to keep themselves composed against a in form, doing well. So at the moment, I hate to say it, Spurs side, and I reckon it will finish Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3. So yeah, that rounds up the Premier League prediction video for game week 4. Thank you very much for watching. Do leave a like on the video and hit the subscribe button as well if you are new. Share it around. I do apologise as well for any lag issues that may appear in this video. Yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much. Have a good one.